Hello. Welcome to Ultimate Zero to Hero. This is a challenge where I pug every single spec in the game to Keystone Hero or 2.5k rating as a DPS main who has close to no experience healing or tanking. Can I solo this if they die? But whatever. Oh! Oh, no. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Good morning, guys. Today is Vault Day, and we have, I think, 4 vaults to open. But before we get into that, if you're new here, 2 weeks ago we did a thing where I let you guys comment a spec that you would like to see me play, and I promised to play the spec with the most likes. So yeah, today we are playing Subtlety Rogue. You guys really don't like me, do you? I also wanted to say that we're doing the same thing, so you guys can leave your spec recommendations in the comments below, and the comment with the most likes is gonna be played in 2 weeks. So yeah, good luck. That being said, let's open the vault on this bad boy. We're looking for some tier pieces here. Okay, that's not tier, but yeah. Yeah, this trinket is not that good, so let's just take the ring. Nice. Oh, by the way, guys, I've been playing Necrotic Wake since Shadowlands, and look what I finally got. Oh my god. Beautiful. Next up on the list is our Frost Mage. This guy is actually pretty poorly geared. Okay, yeah, this weapon gives me a really nice damage boost. I've been sort of saving up my catalyst charges up until now, but we have 4 of them at this point, so I think it's a good time to spend them, you know? We also need some shoulders, hands, and the head, and the head is the only piece that I have at least a champion track on, so we might just get a nice 2-piece here. That's number 1, and that's number 2. Let's do our Guardian Druid now. What do we want here? I mean, the cloak is pretty meh, the wrists as well maybe, the feet, oh, and the waist. Actually, we have plenty of items that we want to get rid of. Ooh, we finally get the waist. Nice. This is basically a no-brainer. I'm just gonna check this trinket really quick. Yep, let's go with the belt. That's gonna be a big upgrade, right? Boom! 608, that's really good. That's as high as my main, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're finally getting these characters geared. Last but not least, the man of the hour, the Demonology Warlock, and my main. Yeah, I've been gearing this guy as well. We're at 608 currently. It's not that high, but it's pretty good, I think. And what we're looking for is the neck and the ring. But I really need to get another haste ring to replace this one, because it gives me like 5%, which is kind of crazy. Oh, the staff is good actually. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be an upgrade then. I'll take it. And we're at 609. Before we get into M+, let's talk about my experience with the spec and how I feel about it. I've been focusing on the spec these past couple of days and have been trying it in some M0s and stuff. And oh boy, let me tell you, this is one of the most interesting yet toughest experiences I've had in the entire game so far. This entire spec has been quite a large difficulty curve for me, because not only is the rotation quite confusing, at least to me, but I've never really played Rogue in this game because I never had much interest in the class. So the entire stealth playstyle is very new to me and definitely needs some adjusting. Oh yeah, I should have also mentioned this in the previous episodes, but during this Yap sesh, I always talk about the rotation, but this rotation should never be taken as any sort of a guide. And I'm also really thankful to you guys for giving me all the useful tips on how the spec should be played better and how I can improve. And yeah, the main reason I really wanted to mention this is because I have close to zero idea how this spec actually works. It is very confusing to me. So yeah. So like every spec in the game, the goal of your rotation is to spam as many spenders as physically possible. But one of the issues that I find with Subtlety Rogue is that you can only fully utilize the spending when you're in your damage windows, being your cooldowns. And oh boy, is this spec incredibly strongly reliant on damage windows. You have a bunch of cooldowns like Symbols of Death, Shadow Dance, Shadow Blades, I guess Shuriken Tornado if you play with the skill, Secret Technique, Ice Cold. My point is, this spec has an incredible amount of cooldowns, probably the most that I've encountered so far, because you use them to enter your damage windows, and when you don't enter those damage windows, you have close to zero output. And I feel like you need to be a very good player in order to properly utilize those damage windows and when to go into them. Now that I think about it, it is a bit similar to Demonology in terms of your cooldown usage and how important they are, but what I can say say for sure is that the demonology is a lot more tame and more forgiving than this spec is. You also do rely on some micromanagement. One of the large sources for your damage is to spread your rupture. From what I understand, you want to have this up on every target that will live longer than like 10 to 12 seconds. You also heavily rely on your stealth, so not only do I need to get used to entering stealth after every single pack, you also have an ability called Vanish, which basically puts you in stealth even if you're in combat, and yeah, this is another cooldown by the way. And then using your Shadow Dance means that you can use all of the abilities that are usable in your stealth, which is why it's a very large sort of cooldown that you need to play around. Now at this point you would maybe think that this is where the difficulty ends, but there is another layer to the difficulty, at least for me, and it is actually using your basic builders and basic spenders. So first you have Backstab, which you use when you're not in your stealth windows. Then you have Shadow Strike, and you should cast this whenever you have stealth. And you also have Shuriken Storm, which is AoE. And at first I thought that this is a very clear distinction where you're supposed to use single target on one person and multi-target on 3+ people. Now to be honest, at this point in time I still have close to no idea when do you use AoE and when you use single target spenders and builders, which is probably what I'm most confused about when it comes to the spec. My current and again extremely limited understanding is that you use Eviscerate almost all the time, even when you're in multi-target. But yeah, this is basically the spec. This time around I'm not necessarily gonna go over the entire rotation because it would have been so convoluted and so wrong that there's not really even a point in talking about it. But I'm gonna recap on what you want to sort of do, at least when you're engaging a AoE pack. First of all, you should engage every pack in stealth, and if you're unlucky enough to have the pack chain pulled, which is a huge problem that I found for Rogue in general, you're gonna want to use Vanish, which is your in-combat stealth cooldown. You start off with Shadow Strike, which should give you full combo points, and at this point you start giving away ruptures to everyone who you think will live longer than like 10 or 12 seconds. This is very important for your DPS, by the way. You should give everyone the rupture, as long as he deserves it. Then I believe you use Flagellation, which, I mean, the only reason why this cooldown even exists and is used in multi-target is because it gives you a mastery boost, I think. And then you can finally pop all of your cooldowns, ending with Shadow Dance so that you're put into stealth, and you can then start executing your regular damage, which is spamming Shadow Strike and spending it on Eviscerate. But yeah, this is basically it. So simple, am I right guys? And yeah guys, after going through this entire ordeal, I will do close to 0 damage on the second pack because I have no cooldowns left.
They told me don't put the bacon in the noodles. I said, fuck 'em.
The important thing is though, did I have fun while playing this so far? Even though I have close to no idea what the hell is going on, I have a bunch of fun just flying around the entire pack and pressing all of the buttons. So yeah. So after all of this, let's try the spec out in M+. Okay guys, let's kick off the episode with a Grim Batol +2. So I found out that Secret Technique's cooldown actually goes down with combo points, so I removed the macro and I'm gonna do them manually. Are we pulling the dragon as well? Let's just Secret Technique again. See, I wasted so much damage by not making them separate. Or whatever. We're gonna know now. The incredibly cool thing about the spec is the amount of mobility it has actually. We have Shadow Step, and this is like the most useful ability in this entire game. It's so cool to use. And we do this again. Again, I have no idea when to use these, so I'm just gonna spam Eviscerate all the time for now. What are we doing here, Mr. Tank? Are we scared? Like, I swear to god, I know I'm really bad at the spec, but I think I was better off when I wasn't recording. A healer died somehow when he was on the dragon? I don't know how that happens, but anything is possible in lower keys. I should probably have made a weak aura to immediately cast Misdirection on the tank. What the hell? I should have waited, probably.
Target changed.
Oh my god, yeah, and it's fucked. Oh my god. Why is it so fast? What? Okay, let's retry. I don't know if I'm gonna include this in the video, but I just tried this key before and we failed so unbelievably hard. Like, that was the funniest thing I did this season. Yeah, we just failed the key. As I just said that, I thought I could Shadow Step, but I don't know what happened there. I'm not sure. That was a technical misplay by me. Wait, let's just keep combo points. I guess I already messed up my flagellation again because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Let's just go here. I don't know if you can use the defensive that I just used on that ability, but bait now. Let's just go here. Defensive. Oh, whoops. I wanted to use my spells, but this is the end of the boss. Oh my god, you cannot be serious. Okay, that was a nice pack. See, I think I executed it pretty well there. Quadration, Rupture, Rebuild combo, Trinket, cooldowns, this, and then we go into Rupture. Okay, I'm pretty sure that was as best as it can get, right? And then we go immediately in the cooldowns. Boom, let's just go again. Get in the secret technique while we're still in the window. We do Rupture again. We help with the affix as much as we can. Molten Spark. Just go here. I'm gonna wait for my window here, I think. Now let's just do this. Let's build up. Enter another one. Boom. Secret technique, and our tank is dead. For the boss. Ooh, okay. I definitely think I was getting into the rotation there. How the hell is this guy pulling 1 mil on single targets? The most fun thing about Subtlety Rogue is that the spec is like an eternal surprise. You have no idea if you're gonna do like 1 mil or if you're gonna do like 100k.
Target change.
Oh, I get it now. I think. I think you're supposed to do it on an enemy and then I pop all of the orbs. I want to try that again. Now that I think about it, do rogues even have a raid buff? I should probably know this, right? I've played the game for like 4 years. Maybe now just spam the black powder since we don't have secret technique buff, whatever it's called. Now that we do, let's just do this. Was that right? Ooh, I don't know. I guess we just do this. Wait, again, I think that was wrong because whenever you're in your stealth, you're never supposed to use black powder, right? A part of why this spec is so incredibly fun to me right now is because I'm experimenting so much. This is like a completely fresh playstyle, right? I have no idea like what to do. So this is super refreshing, actually. Let's blind. Perfect. This one is a bit hard, right? Okay, so we don't pop cooldowns here because we're gonna wait for phase 2. The only issue is I can't re-stealth here because we're in combat, so I'm gonna have to use Vanish. I think that's how it works. Rupture. We build combo. Cooldowns. Let's go. Okay, we have all of our cooldowns. Literally every single one of them. Let's go. Huh? Ooh. I got it there. Oh, guys, please, for the love of God, tell me the other 2 rogue specs aren't as confusing as this one. You know, I do like the noob out on some avoidable AoE and stuff, right? But I feel like I'm doing it so much on the spec because the entire brain is like overloaded with all of this stuff I'm learning as I go. One last boss. Let's go. Do this, let's build points. I'm not sure if you're actually supposed to build points here, but...
Find shelter.
Go into another cooldown window here, but we need to get out quickly. I don't know. Oh, you can actually use the defensive for that. Well, it makes sense, right? Because whatever this cooldown is, Cloak of Shadows, it's really similar to Feign Death. Yep, that's the first key for a Subtlety Rogue. Oh, this guy just gave me the cloak. Thank you. Okay, guys, we're doing a +4 mists. This time it's my key once again. And we're doing our own keys, by the way. I don't know, lately I've just been finding it's like completely pointless to apply for keys and get declined for 30 minutes. We do this, we do this again. Oh no, I didn't apply my flagellation. Holy shit, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, I don't have blind, I don't have blind. Ooh! Okay, one went off. I don't know why I'm using backstab here. I should be using this to get my thing up quicker. And then I think we're gonna skip so I can use my sap here, right? Oh, never mind. This guy just steals all of my valor, all of my usefulness. I'm really sad because I love doing that skip with whatever spec I play. Ooh, let's go, let's go, let's go. This is huge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this one was good. This one was good, wasn't it? That felt really good. That felt super smooth, rotation-wise. Let's take our fungus from the ground. Flagellation, rupture, and this is 2 targets, so I think it should be good. Oh no 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 no! What happened? We do defensive. Do we have one more window here? Yeah, we're gonna do rupture, and then we do this. Perfect.
Watch your feet.
That felt much better. And then we go here, rupture, and then we go into this. Secret technique, kick this, go back. Smooth with it. I just misaligned my cooldowns pretty bad. Oh, and I just realized I should have been saving my cooldowns the entire time for this phase. But this is the plan, okay? We're gonna stack points.
Watch your step.
Then we do rupture. Then we go into damage. Let's do this. Oh, this warlock is nasty though. You know, for the fact that affliction is supposed to be like pretty good, you know, pretty meta this season, I barely ever see this spec played. Oh, also, why the hell am I doing this one? I have no idea. Let's go into dance. Let's go into this. Do whatever we can on the orbs. Then what do? We do this. Shadow Step, best ability in game. Oh, I'm not using my Vanish, I just realized. I'm not using my Shuriken Storm again. That wasn't really a good use, but might as well use it instead of holding it. That's a really strong cooldown. I love abilities like Feign Death and Cloak of Shadows. Now that I think about it, maybe it's better to use Cold Blood on my Coup de Grace instead of Secret Technique when I'm doing single target, but who knows. What do we do here? This one? No one is helping me do this. What can I do? I can Kidney Shot, I guess. Rupture.
Stay away from lines.
What's going on here? Leave this one. I have nothing I can heal myself with at this point. Flagellation, this. Oh my god.
Range 5. Watch your step.
Cool down here, maybe? Like, something about having like 10 enemies at the same time and not using my AoE ability just like strokes me wrong, you know what I mean? We can't really wipe on this one, right? That's going to be a disaster. Oh no. We heal? We have to get out. Wait, I have Mind Link. I'm stupid.
Watch your feet.
That was the worst Tridova I think I've ever done in my life. I think the rest of the dungeon was redeemable. Hello guys, we're doing a Siege of Borealis +2. And then we go into another one.
Whirlwind.
Boom, we hop in. I think I'm slowly getting the spec. I like how you can use the Shadow Step to basically like min-max your damage by hopping back in after an AoE or something. Nice. And can I stealth? Yes, I can. There's a rupture for you. One for you. Oh, this BM Hunter is absolutely shredding. I'm probably gonna make a community post about this, but let me guys know how you feel about the 11.05 update. I think it's pretty good, to be honest. I like the changes for the most part. Oh no. Okay, thank god we're in a low key, right? Let's good technique. I don't really have cold blood here. Whatever. Let me go back in. Oh, come on, man. I need my things to work. Let's go. Let's do flagellation. Why not? Okay, not bad. I fucking hate these bananas, man. Oh, let's just go here. Oh, no.
Target change. AoE incoming.
Oh, big. This is big. We got through that somehow. Please don't chain pull. Please. Let's just do this and then we do points. Flagellation. Let's go here. Let's reapply this first. Go away.
Watch your step.
Then we can go into another one. Let's redo orbs. What the hell is going on with this guy? Oh, okay. Yeah, now I see. Let's go here. Let's start on the other one. Oh, this tentacle dropped. Let's go to the other one. Okay, and we have Shadow Blades here.
AoE incoming.
Big. I want to do the last one, please, 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 please. Thanks. Boom! And that's a 3 chest. Super fast key. And we get something, but I don't think it's that good. A finger? Ooh, this is champion though. Crit haste. Nope. Okay guys, that's gonna be it for the episode. Some final thoughts about Subtlety Rogue. That was really fun, actually. It was a fresh experience for me, because as I said, I never really played Rogue. Aside from Evoker, it's probably the only class that I've been just sort of evading. I don't know, I guess the class never really appealed to me. Now that I've played Subtlety in some Mythic Plus, I do genuinely regret not trying Rogue sooner. Now, the experience wasn't perfect, so let's go over some good stuff and the bad stuff. First of all, this is one of the most unique playstyles I've played in the game so far. It's extremely fast, the rotation flows beautifully well, aside from some mishaps like the amount of cooldowns. It's flashy, it's high adrenaline, it's high octane gameplay. That's what I would say about the spec. I feel like in many ways it forced me to do stuff differently than I would on some of my traditional specs that I play. Another great thing I need to mention is that it has some great single target burst and great single target damage in general. The spec isn't really bursty in AoE because you do have to spread a lot of ruptures on the enemies that need it because yeah, your DPS meter is gonna suffer. But in single target, the spec has a fairly simple setup and I think it's very bursty. I also love the crowd control. You have a short cooldown kick, you also have kidney shot which is a stun, you also have an AoE blind, and then every single time you hop into stealth you get a free cheap shot, which means that you basically get an extra cheap shot, so that's a total of 5 CC abilities, which can bring some incredible mob control to a key, especially a pug. Next thing I need to mention is the mobility of the spec. I've probably glazed this ability like 10 times in this video already, but I need to do it again. Shadow Step is single-handedly one of the most versatile pieces of mobility in this entire game. You can use it to escape AoE, you can also use it to basically min-max your damage, and there are plenty of examples where you can use this. Or as you saw in this episode in Grim Batol, you can basically deny the knockback you get from the dragons. Well, at least sometimes. And then last of all, I do need to mention that the spec is incredibly rewarding. The spec is difficult, and it has a very high skill ceiling. Now, if you're not used to this playstyle, you will probably move very slow on that curve, but let me tell you, when you execute your rotation right, the spec feels incredible and just very, very rewarding. So it is absolutely worth playing for a long time and learning the spec. Now, let's go over to some of the negatives. I do need to say that the spec has a bit too many cooldowns, and by itself this would be okay. There are some specs that have a bunch of cooldowns and there are some specs that don't have too many of them, and that's just a part of the sort of skill or the playstyle of the spec, but I feel like Subtlety has a bit too many of them for its own good. Some of the cooldowns that you use or you're forced to use are sort of very small merits and they stack up, which is why you need to press like 4 or 5 cooldowns basically every single pack. I think skills like Flagellation or Cold Blood could be sort of incorporated into the spec a bit better, but yeah, this is just a sort of personal thing that I found a bit annoying. It also does lack some utility. As I said, you have really nice CC, and you also do have some interesting stuff like Shroud of Concealment, which gives your entire party invisibility, but that's basically where the utility ends, and it's a bit hard to compete with other classes that have stuff like Battle Res, and yeah. And again, this might be a sort of personal thing, but I also found that the spec has subpar defensives. You don't really have any general flat damage reduction. You have defensives that reduce your damage from AoE attacks, you have an increase in dodge chance, and then you also have the very helpful Cloak of Shadows. But from my experience, even when you use these utilities, you can really see the difference between you and other classes and how much the healer needs to babysit you and how much more damage you're taking. Because yeah, I did feel like on a couple of big hitting spells, even when I used my defensives, the healer had to pay some special attention to me. And I also found myself getting really low on HP and almost dying many more times than I usually do on other specs. So yeah, in general, I would say that this is a pretty balanced spec overall. It is unfortunately on the lower side of meta because it's outshadowed by Assassination. But yeah, overall, I would 100% recommend you to try Subtlety Rogue. It is one of the most refreshing experiences I've had in a long time. Just try out the spec for yourself and have some fun like I did today. So yeah, that's that's Subtlety Rogue for you guys. Thank you for the recommendation. Once again, we're doing the same thing that we did this episode. You guys can leave the specs which you want to see me play in the comments below, and the one with the most likes is going to be played in 2 weeks. And yeah, once again, huge thank you for all the support that you've been giving me and all of the super helpful tips on the Guardian Druid video. Mwah. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys next Sunday. Bye bye.